Working out, and I mean, to some extent, you could understand it.
Oh,
if Kikis has to use his abilities to clear, but it's a first blood. Ruin grabbing walked away to allow Kikis to farm and then flash back into the fight. That was the only bait that happened. Cly actually having to flash away in this bottom lane. Rales gets hooked though. Memento exhausted once more, but so is Rales. There is no way out of that one. That's a kill going over to Memento. He's looking for a second as well. Broxah should be able to protect his support though. Memento still trying to keep up at this rate. Will get slowed on down. The tether comes on through, and actually Memento might have bitten off more than he could chew. Broxah gets locked up. The mid laner has arrived. Suno to the rescue, and Memento grabs a second one right off.
The way this game is played out, we're going to see an unleashed power here. Suno going for the kill.
And that's what happens when Syndra hits level 6 first. You get a kill.
Completely controlled by Nerv. Teleport coming through here. This is going to be a really big gank.
Fnatic having their own tower dives turned back onto them. A taste of their own medicine. Cly, you've got nowhere to run, my friend. You're running away from your own base, and there are 4 Nerv members aching to eat you up.
This is delaying because the minion wave is dying to turret at the moment, so this is actually the best way that Cly could have gone. As soon as you know he's going to die,
he's of the end. But you're right, Sona. Him buying time stopped them from taking tier 1 on the bot lane, which was the ultimate goal of that particular engage.
Niski in trouble once again. Exhaust is run out now, so Niski is in trouble. Suno flashes forward, misses the Q though. Can Niski do anything? Exhaust says no. Suno grabs another solo. Turn this pressure around, see if they can race this Fnatic bot lane and taking the first tower. It's going to be incredibly close. Niski is nearby. Can he deny this one? I don't think he'll even go for it. First brick does go the way of Nerv. Flash forward from Cly, actually trying to make something happen onto Achu. Mr. Rales gets exhausted though, doesn't have any damage to put out. Cly will get hooked in. Another desperation play that goes awry for Fnatic. And Nerv are looking.
Tower, mid and top tier 1s have gone down. Rift Herald has been claimed by Nerv as well. They got a kill as we saw Cly go to aggressive. Got a little bit of a shot of getting back into this.
But this is like relentless now. There's no...
Oh, Broxah, he's in a lot of trouble. Will burrow over the wall, but that's going to be a snipe from Achu. Look at the damage onto Cly. He's down. Achu looking for the triple. Will be able to find it as well. That is one fed. Varus, they're going for the 3v5 at this point. Teleport going to come on through. There's nothing you can do. Niski and Kikis in a 3 versus 5. Get the resets though, but Niski's no longer in the world. That is going to be a kill for Ruin. And another one on top of everything for Memento. Ace comes through at just...
Basically. Rek'Sai's not going to deal damage late game. Maokai can tank a lot, but he's not going to deal that much. Katarina can if she's ahead. But all you have is Memento just saying, okay, I can go on whoever I want.
What?
Wow. Goodbye, Cly. Absolutely obliterated. Nerv going to be proactive enough.
Yes.
Are they going to turn this lead into more? I mean, it's a 10,000 gold lead. It's near impossible not to turn it into
second Infernal as well.
Exactly, as if to rub salt in the wounds. The 2 Drakes that Fnatic have lost. Caitlyn attempting to defend the siege with those traps, but it just isn't enough right now. It really isn't.
Not high enough level either to get enough traps down.
This could decide the game right now if they can take this tower. Suno gets a kill onto Broxah, so they're pushing onto the first inhibitor tower of the game. Fnatic Academy are already on the ropes, just 22 minutes in. The engage comes through from Kikis. They're looking for Achu. Here is the shutdown onto the AD carry. Memento as well. Double kill coming through into the hands of Kikis. There's a shutdown in the favor of Niski. Nerv, it was
going to be able to split push versus this Maokai. I don't even know if Fnatic can respond to this Baron. They can't.
This is game. In all honesty, I firmly believe now that Nerv have that Baron.
Everything else. A Cloud Drake just to top that off as well as the third.
They can still back up and they can just go and re-engage this fight straight away.
Achu is going to get engaged by Kikis. There's a knock-up onto everyone. Achu so close to going down. It's going to be 2 kills for Nerv though. Fnatic don't have the damage. There's a third. Memento grabs it for himself as Broxah falls. And Nerv playing this one safe, heading back to base. They don't want to push it too hard.
That was a game of millimeters right there. I mean, it was a couple of extra hits from Katarina, and there could have been a reset chain that completely decimated Nerv.
Niski got exhausted as soon as he jumped in, which is massive as well. Just totally turned that fight on its head.
And that's exactly what we said last time, you know, the Niski exhaust meant that Kikis got the kills. This time Kikis wasn't able to finish it up. A bottom lane inhibitor is dropping. A top lane inhibitor is dropping. And in the meantime,
and you can see the Triforce
heading towards the mid as well.
This is exactly what we saw between a Poppy and a Maokai last time. Maokai cannot deal with a Poppy with Triforce. He just sits there and lets her take the turret because he can't deal enough damage. Yeah, fair enough, Ruin will die now, but he's already got what he came for.
Will he, though?
Yeah.
If he can knock away the Maokai, they don't really have any crowd control for him when the Lantern comes out.
So, as I can tell. That's the third inhibitor that goes down with literally no resistance from Fnatic. Now onto the Nexus towers. Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing the most one-sided game we've seen this tournament. And the team that should be the favorites are going to be falling. Surely Kikis on this backline doing whatever he can to protect his team, but it's just not enough. Niski has to run to Fountain. Klai goes down. It's a double kill for Suno on top of all of the rest of his gold. That's the first Nexus tower falling. The second will go shortly as well. And Nerv, with a phenomenal game, prove that they are deserving of this first seed spot of Group A.
And now that means that Nerv play Team Kinguin tomorrow and Fnatic go up against Forge.